I'm curious. Why do they bow their head when they pray? Right? You know what I mean? Have you ever got anywhere with your head down?
I hear you, but I don't know those steps to do. I don't know. I know I got to change the dynamic, but I can't do it by myself.
Wait a minute, I ain't answering no dumbass questions today.
I can't do it myself.
No.
Yeah,
no,
you gonna answer that one.
You live in 2025. You got ChatGPT that will answer any questions you got.
Let me cut him off.
Nigga, get off your ass.
Right now.
Well, what the fuck is taking so long?
Right, it's these niggas. Usually they clapping.
Yeah. Wait, shit. Oh, they both was clapping at the same goddamn time. Hold on, nigga. Wait, nigga. What's happening? It's Gator.
What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Mamba.
And it's the Gator Mamba Show.
Welcome. Man, it's a lot of energy.
Hey, man, we're going to start
right
off by asking you, why your hat and your shirt don't match?
Wow. Okay. That's actually never the way that we started.
Oh. I apologize. I'm out
this
of
nigga
order.
is trying to cap. I'm very good.
I'm not. No, we ain't cap.
No.
We ain't
Hold
cap.
up.
I apologize.
Raise your hand real quick. No, raise your hand. Let's see how short your sleeves are. That's right, nigga. Don't come for me ever. Don't you ever come for me.
Hold on.
Let's
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Just slow it down today.
Said, wait a minute.
God damn.
Don't you ever come for me, man.
Short? I've been cleaning bus stops in my community all day. So right.
Is that what you've been doing this weekend?
I've been well, you've been doing it too.
Oh, okay.
I ain't say no this weekend, nigga. I said today.
Okay.
And
today.
Cause I got my MIB shirt on, you know what I mean? This MIB, nigga. MIB. So yeah,
well,
I was working.
this Gator Mamba Podcast and this MIB. So I'm representing us.
Okay.
We done?
Yep.
All right.
No smoke.
We actually did do a good job, a wonderful job, and it was good talking to people and meeting people and just being us, because being a part of the community is the shit.
It's everything.
Man, we was downtown, Nicollet Avenue, 4th and 5th and Hennepin and stuff like that, saying hi to people, letting them know who we are, high-fiving. Yeah. So doing what we do, helping with the cleanup and stuff like that, and just being MIB. So
yeah.
First and foremost, how was your weekend? What you get up to?
I had a couple parties this weekend. I had a denim party.
A denim party?
A denim party. So you just wear denim.
Okay.
And then I had a birthday dinner that I had to go to. So I was quite busy. And then yeah, that was pretty much it.
Nah, you did a little bit more than that.
What I do then, nigga?
You didn't you look at the sky?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, what was that? Saturday night. The planets was lined up. You know what I mean? In a certain situation. And then I went outside, I got some of that energy in me, you know what I mean? Cleansed my spirit, you know what I mean? Getting ready to move and groove for 2025. And shit, life was great.
Yep. So, to be at all honest, that's actually the same thing, except the party aspect. That's the same thing I did. I was with my 7-year-old or whatever, and I actually took him out to see the stars, to the planets, actually, to see the planets. And luckily, we stay in the area. Brooklyn Park is dark as fuck. And it's a beautiful thing because when you come out and you look up, you don't get a lot of the pollution, light pollution or whatever. So you looked up and you can see the stars. Now, the stars didn't look like what you would assume they would look, because, you scroll through and you see photos and shit like that, and it looks like everything is in a row. But we went out, and I only saw four planets, and it was Saturn, Venus, Jupiter, and Mars. Those are the only ones I saw, and they was like in an arch. Did you see the same thing?
Yeah. I seen. It was no point that I seen all the planets in line, and and I think that that's by design because they went, it's in the curvature. The universe is in the curvature. And so when I got an app, you know what I mean? So I told myself, I was like, anybody who tell me.
Stars app?
Yes, it's called Skyview.
Yep, I did the same thing.
And so it showed me all the planets, but it just showed me that they was in the curve, so you had to look underneath the horizon in order to see it. And so I was like, I bet you somebody gonna be talking about, I seen all the songs.
And they
like, goddamn lie. Goddamn lie, motherfucker. You a goddamn.
Nigga, you thought I was gonna say it.
Yeah, I was ready to catch you. I was ready. Like, did you see him? Did you see all of them?
I did. I was like, first of all, when I first went out, I was like, first of all, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking for right now. I saw the usual planets that I'm aware of, but then I'm like, I don't know. They don't look like they're in a line like I thought it would. Mm-hmm. So then I started to investigate and shit like that, and I did the little star map thing, and it showed it what it was look like. So then I looked in the direction of the star map, and then it made sense to me and shit like that. And I was like, I only see 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can't be pinpointing and say that is and that is. I just know I definitely see the 4 that they talking about right now.
Yeah.
So my son was freaked out by it. He was like, he even told his mom, like, I saw Saturn, I saw planets or whatever. So he was excited about it. Mm-hmm. And personally, I love sharing stuff because I'm a geek, a nerd at heart, if you will, when it comes to science and stuff.
At heart or in person?
Real life, man.
Copy.
But I've shown my kids celestial things a number of times, whether it's lunar eclipse and stuff like that, because they just read it and see it or whatever, but I pay attention to that shit, and I go out and we actually see it, so they have these experiences. Only thing that most of them ain't seen is meteorites yet, which is hard to see in Minnesota because of all the goddamn clouds.
Yeah, it's cloudy shit. I've heard that.
But it was, I remember I told you, it was actually pretty fucking spiritual. If you're paying attention to the alignment and you're meditating to whatever degree, I said, and I know I heard the hum of the earth. Mm-hmm. Like I heard that low or whatever that vibration and shit like that. And I was like, okay, now I'm in tune with this shit.
So you're really saying if a person is in tune to themselves, they probably hear it more clearly. You want to be clear about that because you can't get the knowledge unless you seek the knowledge.
Yeah, no. I would assume most people hear me right now saying, oh, you heard a hum? And they'll probably go outside and be like, I don't hear shit. That nigga lying. I'm like, you got to be in tune. You got to be on the journey of self-mastery to really understand and really connect with the universe and what the universe is offering, especially when it comes to energy.
All right, man. I think you boring the viewers, man. Snap out of that shit. Get it to
Nigga, I told you I was a nerd. What are you talking about? Fucking science? Let's go.
You at least boring me, motherfucker. Goddamn.
All right, so we got some significant things to talk about. And it seems like the whole country is in a hissy fit because as we talk, there's a new administration. Trump is the president now. And that new administration for the past, since January 6th, what's it been, a couple weeks now? Since January 6th, when he's got inaugurated, has caused some concern with people.
Wait a minute. I thought it was on Martin Luther King birthday is where something happened.
Yeah. Oh, 16. So, yeah. So it was a week ago. Yeah. Okay. I'm tripping.
Yeah, you real tripping.
So it was the 16th, Martin Luther King birthday and shit that he got inaugurated.
Yeah.
And the day after, he started putting his foot down, basically, putting these executive orders out.
Yeah.
And now it's a little bit more than a week later. And there's a lot of chaos, if you will, as far as just
what's
conversation.
Chaos? Who's in chaos? Mind you, I don't know nothing about nothing. So
the
you
people
have to explain everything
the people
to me.
are in chaos. What it sounds like, what it looks like, what it is black and brown people and poor white people or lower middle class white people, all of which who are affected by a lot of the changes that's going on right now.
Oh, I wonder this. I'm curious. Do you think do they ever tune in to the Gator Mamba show? I believe a couple episodes back I said it was about money, not race.
You did.
Okay.
You did. But I don't think they tune into it. I don't think they tune into care well enough to understand that we far along predict this. that we know was happening, and we've actually a number of times given the solution.
Wait. Do you think are we psychics?
We
Are
ain't
you a psychic?
I could be, depending on who
Nigga,
you
a
ask.
Goddamn lie.
Depending on who you ask.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
A blind person.
But no, one of the things that is really got people's skirts in a bunch, or no, what they say, panties in a bunch.
Yeah.
Is what's it? DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. I think that's what it's called.
Okay, so what is that?
See, you asked me some shit.
You know,
But
I got questions,
diversity,
man.
equity, inclusion is basically the equal opportunity or whatever. So it gives opportunity in certain circumstances within the institutions, whether healthcare, school,
What kind of opportunity?
opportunities to say that, hey, these people are qualified well enough, and we need to push them to get visibility, because otherwise, if we didn't have this, those people
work?
wouldn't get visibility to work, for healthcare, for whatever the case may be.
Wait. You
Take
said
consideration
that's two
for these
different
people.
things. Take it slow, like I'm a dummy.
Well,
You're talking about two different things. So
let's just talk about work.
okay.
Diversity and inclusion would work. Diversity and inclusion. Let's say me working at 3M. 3M has a quota, right?
Yeah.
A quota, and we all know they got some underlining type of quota. They don't say it out loud, but you have to have a number of black, brown people
Working for you.
working for you.
Okay, got
so
it.
that it doesn't look
so
like
the Equal
that.
Opportunity Act or some shit like that.
It's in conjunction with.
Okay, I got you.
And that's just the work part.
Okay.
Let's say the educational part also says that too, right? But to be honest,
do you mean?
Educational
Educational.
part meaning the DEI is like, hey, Harvard. Let's say a Harvard or a Yale or whatever.
yeah.
Very usually, typically, you got to have a lot of money. You got to be connected in a certain network and stuff like that in order to get scholarships or be brought into Harvard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Harvard's being put under the microscope to say, well, that's cool and all, but you're not getting enough of these black, brown, or POCs is what people like to use nowadays.
Harvard.
POCs.
So why wouldn't they want to go to Howard though? I'm just curious.
That's a question all in
Another
itself.
story?
I think that's a whole nother motherfucking podcast.
Okay, got it.
You know what I'm saying? But usually the DEIs, the diversity, equity, whatever, it hints at black people, but it mostly affects and helps your Eastern Indian, your Asian, those folks, the ones who are actually some of the highest paid in the United States anyway. So the highest paid group in the United States is not white people. It's actually your Eastern Asian, which is your Indian, and your Asian folks.
Is there any facts on that?
There are facts.
Do we got any facts on that?
Everybody can.
I don't want to be on here throwing out shit because I know you, my man. You my man, and I know you just say some shit out your ass and it don't mean the goddamn thing. So let's just come with some facts. So we know what the hell we talking about.
Knowledgeable motherfucker, but
All right.
they are.
Who is the highest paid people in the United States? A dramatic pause.
He's looking, nigga.
I'm saying this, nigga. This for the entertainers.
Oh well. Anyway, the highest paid that I've.
In the United States, Asian Americans have the highest median household income.
There you go. There you go.
You should know.
What?
You kids.
Nigga, you better cut that shit out.
Threw one at you. Threw one over there for
Right. The fuck?
You should know.
Yeah.
No, I'm.
He's a part of that group.
Nah, he's trying to clean it up. Nigga trying to clean it up now.
You're part of that group.
No, but it be your Indian, your like your Pakistani, your Korean, your Chinese or whatever. Those are the ones that usually, when it comes to diversity and equity, they're the ones that get the in.
Okay.
But also the number 2 on that is white women. So when it comes to equal opportunity employer and hey, we need to give our grants to people, it's not people of color. It's just being equal or whatever. Typically, they usually focus on white women because they're the minority group, if you will. That's what the word I want to minority group.
I understand
and
that.
So they're
I
the
understand
minority
that. Okay.
that basically gets discriminated the most. So they're the ones that actually get the most money when it comes to that shit. So
they're getting rid of minority groups in workplace.
what they're doing is getting rid of let's say DEI is like a token.
They're getting rid of the you got to do it. You ain't got to do it no more.
You can
have it, but you ain't got to do it.
No, it's like it's a token to say, hey, I got 10 people on this resume. I got 10 people on this resume, and even though I know it's 10 people and I can only have 10 people, and y'all, I may not be saying this right. I'm doing my best to try to describe it. But hey, here's this other person that you need to include too, because all of the people that you got is white.
Yeah.
White males, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
You have to at least include this one particular token. And I'm not calling anybody a token. I'm just trying to give an example.
Yeah.
But you have to consider this person. And this person
in your group
is more than likely well qualified over everybody else. But they probably wouldn't have considered
come in the gang
those people.
even if they're op.
What?
They can get in the gang even if they're op.
No, I mean, yeah.
Is that right?
That's a kinda, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so
no matter what, they have to be included.
You got to include them.
Yeah.
So somebody telling us, the gang, that I got to get somebody in my gang.
You got to, you got to.
What, nigga?
You got to.
Huh?
Right.
Huh?
Right.
What we talking about, though?
So when you take DEI away, now it's just based on merit. How hard you work, what you did, what you know, shit like that.
Okay.
But the unfortunate part is, on one end, if you go by merit, being that at these higher leadership type positions, there's always white males. White males typically always choose white males for it. So then they overlooked everybody else.
Why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they?
I'm just curious as to what logic would it be to not pick a white male if I'm a white male?
Well, if you're picking a white male and someone else is more qualified, then that's different.
Why do I give a fuck if you qualify if I want my homie, the white male?
But that's the thing. That's the whole conversation.
Right.
That is the main conversation.
So
is you're picking somebody just on because they look like you and whatever, as opposed to a person that actually is better for the job based off their resume.
If you're better for the job, why do you want a job?
Right. If you're better for the job,
I'm just curious.
Why do you want that job?
Yeah. Why can't you just create your own business because you're better?
Well, see, that's our bottom line, right? We ain't talking about that yet. We ain't even there yet. We ain't even there yet.
It's so simple though.
We're only talking about we're talking about the shit that's in question right now.
Okay,
and
what
DEI
is in question?
Is also in the DEI is one of the
but
things
what I'm
that's
saying,
in question.
what I'm asking, my question is, if I get to pick whoever I want to work with me, what is the problem?
Yeah, well, everybody says it's a problem.
Why?
Because when you do so, you exclude people who are qualified.
Huh? But if I can do it, you can do it.
Do what? What do you mean?
If I'm a white male and I get to pick all white males to work with me, that means if I'm a black male, I get to pick all black males to work with me. I see a win-win.
Well, yeah.
Where are we at?
You're again going with the bottom line, and we ain't there yet. You keep talking about shit because if you keep going for the bottom line, we ain't got a whole bunch of other shit to talk about.
What is this? The bottom line? We're gonna keep going, getting to the bottom line. Then, because what do you, I'm supposed to deliver a solution.
That is the go back. The go back is well then don't fucking go and look for a job for them. Create jobs amongst ourselves. Fuck with ourselves. I get that. That is the ultimate conversation that we've had over and over and over and over again on this podcast.
Now, see, you went to the bottom line. I just simply said, in comparison, if the government says, hey, I'm not going to be in your business if you hire all white males, then that means that they're not going to be in my business if I hire all black males.
So another thing that's in question, or that's putting a stank on stuff, is that federal aid is actually being paused. Federal aid is being paused all across the board.
Federal aid is
Federal
being,
aid and
federal
grants,
what?
which means stuff like FEMA. I think they said like Social Security.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Bunch of other.
Don't try to fast talk me. Don't fast talk me.
Federally aided stuff.
So FEMA, let's just talk about FEMA. FEMA's a federal program, but this is FEMA who left everybody stranded in New Orleans
With Katrina.
in Katrina, right? That FEMA,
That one.
and they're going to run out of funds.
Yep.
Okay, who else is next?
So, what do you say? What is this? Nigga, which one am I reading? The what? Oh, the picture. Oh. So I'm supposed to go down the list on the shit that's being affected
Okay.
by the freeze, the federal spending freeze. So it's Medicaid.
Wait, what is Medicaid?
I think that's like, is Medicaid Obamacare? That's what they call it. Well, it's not called Obamacare, but that one.
Don't be guessing. Oh, wait a minute. Freeze. No free health care is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Question.
So
Question.
this thing says, hold on. This thing says Trump just ordered a federal spending freeze, period. Then it says, here are some of the programs that could be impacted. So then it lists
Wait a minute.
Medicaid.
Let's wait before you even get to the list, right? When you say could, you're really saying that there is no guarantee that these programs are going to even be
That's
affected.
what could means, man. That's
so
what could
so
mean.
this is a scare tactic, right? It's maybe news. You know how them newscasters is.
Let me go over some other stuff.
Okay,
So
what
then
you
we can
got?
get to that particular point. So we got Medicaid, we got the school breakfast lunch programs, which was created by the Black Panthers back in the 1960s. That was stolen by the government. Then we got
Wait, see, you got to put shit in context, right? Okay, so you're saying to me that Donald Trump
actually Medicaid was
is
created by the
going
Panthers
to
as well.
stop a Black Panther originated program.
Correct. 2 of them.
Okay, what about Donald Trump makes you think that he wouldn't stop that?
Well, given that they put the stop on the Black Panthers back in the late 1960s,
Yeah,
and they took over. They
Yeah.
said, "Okay, well, we're going to do it because it makes sense."
yeah,
Why wouldn't it? Because they own it now. They owned it then.
yeah.
They took it over.
But I mean, it's a program that they didn't come up with, so they can get rid of it at a drop of a dime.
Sure. I get that point. Section 8 rental assistance.
Okay, slow it down. Section 8 rental assistance. So what he's really saying is you need a job and you need to pay for your rent.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
And to be honest, that bottom line you just made is what is being said. We're going to keep going down the list.
Okay.
Something called TANF, temporary assistance for needy.
Temporary assistance for the needy.
Yep.
No worries, they got MIB.
State grants for child care.
Okay, hold on. State grants for child care. Now, child care is actually expensive as shit.
Yep.
However, with more family dynamics, I would rather just pay Nana to do it.
Or have a conversation and change your family dynamics so that your child care is internal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Head Start.
Head Start. So kids going to a school program in which they get a head start to kindergartner.
Yep.
Well, maybe to jumpstart your mind and teaching your kid your specific culture and values so that they have a base in which to go to school and learn from. Otherwise, they're going to learn their cultures and norms.
Yep. Start at home. WIC.
WIC, I get some WIC. WIC is milk. You know you ain't supposed to drink cow's milk,
it's
right?
It's nutrition, but yeah.
Yeah, cow's milk is nasty as shit.
Because they get that little powder shit.
Because just think about it.
They get fruit. They get a bunch of stuff with WIC.
But let's just talk about milk. Why do you drink
cow's
milk?
We're not going down that fucking rabbit hole. We talking about one thing.
When titty milk is good, it's sweet. Have you ever had it?
Yes,
it's
I have,
good.
Nigga.
Goddamn it!
I don't know if we could be saying that shit, but
is
it's
good.
Real.
But
That shit
why the
is
fuck
quite
you drink
fucking tasty.
cow's milk that's all bland and nasty when you can get the sweet shit? Okay, I apologize.
It's fucking delicious. I'm
It
sorry.
is.
I'll
put that in some cereal, Jack.
That's a whole
Some
cancer.
Captain Crunch
That's
right
a whole
now.
cancer moment. These niggas talking about. Hey, we ain't lying though. It's just experience.
Right. You ain't had none, nigga.
Department of Housing.
Wait. What is
Department of Housing and Urban Development's Community Development Grant Program.
Of Housing. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know what it do, but obviously it gives people help in regards to housing.
Okay.
But those are some of the federally
things that
funded
could
things
be
that
affected.
What'd you say? Could?
Things that could
you said
be
could be affected.
Could be
well,
affected.
right now everybody is talking like, well, not let's say not everybody, but a lot of people are talking like that shit is gonna happen today.
Who is the people?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Who?
And to be honest, what I've noticed is black, brown, and white people.
So everybody. Copy. And is there a specific reason that they mad, or is they mad at the whole encompass of everything?
That part I don't know. I don't know reason.
Are they fake mad or are they real mad?
I don't know that either. How am I supposed to know?
Because they voted the motherfucker in.
Well, you can the things that are affected in regards to, let's say, minority grants and opportunities, right? Because we just talked about that.
May I kick down the door, sir?
The hold on, let me finish, nigga.
I want to kick down the door.
So the grants and stuff we talked about in terms of, let's say, equity and inclusion and stuff like that, and these federal grants, the people that are most affected and that actually get those particular grants most of the time are white women. Those white women voted for Trump. So they mad. They mad that it's going against them. Of course, black and brown people are mad too, because that's the after effect. But the fact of the matter is they voted for him and they still pissed off at him.
So
I hate fucking talking politics shit. This shit is so ridiculous.
But
go on ahead.
Because it's the answer is so obviously clear that it's like you gotta want this shit to be you just gotta secretly want it to happen and then have something to talk about at work the next day. It has to be, right? Because some of this shit is like kindergartner dumbass shit. It's just dumb. It's
why you say it's dumb for people to be mad at it?
So here's the bottom line. Your Democratic Party has failed you time and time and time and time until they turned over their whole administration. They haven't made no leaps and bounds in this country. They haven't changed nothing. They've been putting money in their pocket and they've been bickering for all these years that at least I've been alive. I can't tell you nothing about before I've been alive because I wasn't here. Who knows? But since I've been alive, I know what they've been doing, arguing and putting the money in their pocket. And then now you get a change in the regime, and then these ones are saying, well, fuck you. And what you talking about, we gonna make our money. And now you mad again. You don't know who to be mad at. Your only hope, your only option is to change things yourself. But you're scared to do that. You're scared to wake up. You're scared to make a change. You're scared you want to lie down and say, hey, give. Who gives a fuck if you don't get no goddamn welfare? Who gives a fuck if you don't get no housing? Nigga, get up and go to work. Ain't nobody, you can't progress in life without getting up and progressing. Face your fears. Get up and fight. Stop laying down.
They say ain't no jobs out here.
MIB hires all day. Come get a job. Nigga at work, go to work. Pick your shift and come to work. Straight up, you're whining and you're making excuses because somebody won't take care of you. You know, we sick of this shit. This is 2025. Get up and get out and get something. Or get out the way. What do you expect somebody to do? Collar you all day, every day? Oh. Yeah, the man put it in your face. If you ain't gonna get out and get shit, you gonna get ran over. You see how many homeless is out here, man? Unhoused. Mm-hmm. But it looks like they got a whole bunch of room for a lot more.
And they make it a lot of room for a lot more.
So you gonna have people who go fall, and you gonna have people who go rise. You gonna have people who go evolve.
So what's the fix, though?
Ain't no fucking fix, nigga. Get up and get something.
You saying how?
Get up and get something.
How? What's the see cats who have something.
Okay, you want step by step.
Always just throw that blanketed ass approach.
Who is the cats that have something?
You right now, you're saying just get out and get something, but you're not telling people the journey. If you don't express the journey, because the best thing you can do, because when people look at you or I, they be like, oh well, yeah. Remember, and it's case in point. We were at the this Martin Luther King event. And some young man was frustrated with the system, as he should be. He was frustrated with everything, as he should be. And he looked at you and was like, well, when they look at you, they're not going to look at me. They're not going to talk to me. And this young man don't know your background, don't know your history, don't know your stride, your struggles or anything like that. But he assumed because you had a sport coat on, right, that it was just immediately that way. Mm-hmm. So if he can think that dynamic, why wouldn't others? So if that's the case, how can we give them not necessarily the blueprint, because the blueprint is all about what you make of it, but some steps to get them in the door so they can start progressing?
I told you, but I'm gonna say it a different way, because obviously when I say get up and get something, you ain't getting it. So let me put it to you this way. It's about the journey of self-mastery. It's about understanding self, challenging self, figuring out self, wondering how you can navigate these problems. These problems come to everybody. These problems ain't biased. They ain't going to white. They ain't going to black. They ain't going to brown. They ain't going to purple. They going to everybody. Everybody is poor. That's the one thing. That everybody got in common is we were all poor at one point. Some of us was, and some of us wasn't. But that's the fight, ain't it?
Most of us was.
Most of us was. Most of us was born with what we have. Some of us wasn't, right? And that's the fight. The people who got something, they want to stay with what they got. The people who ain't got nothing, they want to get something. So they looking at them as a role model. Hey, man, let me get something. I see the way you getting something. I want to get something too. But you ain't realizing that in order for that motherfucker to have so much, he have to be sucking from something. He have to be draining something dry. And it's you. This nigga is taking everything from you because you allow it to. Because you won't wake up and be like, I ain't got 2 hours to watch TV today. I gotta think of a business plan. I am a good singer. I play the piano well. I can carve wood. I can paint. I can dry clothes. Whatever your skill is, get paid and do it. Disrupt the system. Disrupt the system.
What do you say to people, individuals who, I hear you, but I don't know those steps to do. I don't know. I know I got to change the dynamic, but I can't do it by myself.
Wait a minute, I ain't answering no dumbass questions today.
I can't do it myself.
No.
Yeah,
no,
you gonna answer that one.
You live in 2025. You got ChatGPT that will answer any questions you got.
Let me cut him off.
Nigga,
right,
get off your ass.
Right now, he being facetious. He's not paying attention to the question.
Okay, I apologize.
The question is, there are many individuals who are out there trying to, let's say, try to make a move. They just ain't got the blueprint. They struggling. They fail most of the time, et cetera, which is a commonality. But there's so many individuals that see a structure on I made it, right? And when we look at I made it, it always looks like it's by themselves.
Guess what? I made it is buried in I fails.
So you're saying you got to fail a whole hell of a lot of time.
A whole motherfucking whole bunch before you able to find I made it.
Well, my point is to tell people stop fucking trying to do it by yourself. That is my bottom line. My bottom line is everybody is out here because you are taught by the entertainment industry, you taught by whatever, and you hear these rappers and whoever say, I did it, and it was such a struggle for me because, these people are being interviewed and they're saying that, but they're not telling you the truth. The truth is most successful people, they haven't done it by themselves. They raised in this and taught in this United States of whatever to say, individualize yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fake. That's front. That's phony. Any individual, I promise you, any successful, you ask your Kevin Hart, you ask your Dave Chappelle, etc. You set any one of them down sincerely and tell them, how did you do it? And they will tell you that there's groups of people in certain sections and opportunities in life that gave them bits and pieces of something to build and go. And those people are, if anything, still with them or at least gave them a big chunk of themselves. So I'm saying that people are so solo dolo right now, and that's what the fucked up part is. That's where.
But they taught that though, man.
They're taught that.
I know. That. They taught
that's
that.
my point. That's my point. They're taught so much in this solo dolo enactment that when shit like gotta get off Section 8 and no welfare and da-da-da and all this other shit comes about. Oh my God, these grants are being taken away from you or whatever. You take that personally and see that as an individual thing. When the fact of the matter is, why the fuck are you doing it by yourself in the first place?
Right.
Like, you don't have to agree with, how did me and this nigga built? We didn't agree all the time, always. It took grounding and pounding in order for us to understand. And that's what a true partnership is. It's like, nigga, what's our goal? Okay, we kept concentrating on the same fucking goal. This is our goal.
Communicate with me like this because I don't like when you do it like that. You know what I mean? It was a whole bunch of shit that we had to learn
over time,
in order to make shit work.
But y'all, a lot of motherfuckers be so scared and be so sentimental. Really, it's like I don't like the way he sucked his teeth.
My ego,
my feelings is hurt.
Right.
Like, the fuck out of here. The logic, not feelings. The logic is, hey nigga, I know you're a grinder. I'm a grinder, and we got to figure out a way to make this work, nigga. If you ain't doing some stupid shit like hurting babies or no shit like that, nigga, we going forward.
And this is where learning math in school counts, because now we're talking about exponential.
Math. How did math come into play?
Because we're talking about 4 to the second power.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
And multiplying like that, right? Because if me and you hooked up and then we made something, and then we hook up with my man and we made something, and then we hook up with our mans and we made something, right? Now we multiplying exponentially, and then we connecting. This nigga, I know I said that wrong, nigga.
He's
gonna giggle and shit. He just came here and told me I hate when people say shit wrong. I heard it when I said it. God damn it!
But you know what? One thing I this is why I love Gen X and why we're not baby boomers and we're not anything outside the younger generation or whatever. The older generation is like, give me something, tell me what to do, and I'll do it, and they're just focused on that. And then when our generation come, and we can even talk about back in the crack days. In the crack days, when somebody took a picture and they flossing, their whole crew is flossing. Like everybody got gold and shit on.
The whole crew.
Everybody eating.
Yep.
That's the bottom line. Like everybody eating.
Yep.
Like it ain't like that now. Necessarily.
Because
I don't know too much about
in this age, they worship the murderer. They worship the shooter. They worship the killer. He is the ultimate goal, the killer, right? And if you think about logic, if you just say, you know what, fuck being a genius, I'm just normally smart. Maybe that's not the person I should try to be at, because I don't see a whole long future in being the best killer. You know what I mean? I'm the best guy with all the emotions. I can get mad the fastest, huh? Is that where we resort, us men, right? The men who had to work so hard in life to provide for people, people represent us as, let's see who can get the maddest and kill you.
Look, me and this nigga just had a conversation a little bit earlier, and we were fucking flabbergasted. Like, the reality of it all just blew our minds, and it was fucking scary as hell. I'm gonna tell you how scary it is. We was sitting back, and we was like, these are two niggas that want to build for their people, want to build for not just their people, want to build, want to create, want to give, want to help, want to offer opportunities and shit like that. Everything we doing, yeah, we know we gonna make multi-millions of dollars, but those multi-millions of dollars is to give people opportunity, put people in places and shit like that. That is literally our standpoint. We are creating in that aspect. We are not greedy motherfuckers in that sense. But guess what? Let's say there's a multiverse. And there's the opposite of these niggas. Nigga, we are the worst shit you've ever seen in life. On my mama.
Full asshole.
Man, we are destroyed.
Yeah.
Because these niggas is about creating opportunity, creating conversation, et cetera, right? That's what we're about. Can you imagine the exact opposite of that?
Wait, not for us, for them, right? What about you? Can you imagine, you niggas? Can you imagine however you wills right now? Just think about it, right? However you wills right now. Could you imagine the total opposite of you somewhere else? Would he be fucked up? Would he be cool? What would that nigga be like? That allows your mind to expand beyond the limitations in which people try to put you in, them boxes. This nigga giving me, he don't even want to hear no mystical shit.
Nigga, that's the whatchamacallit.
Let's call bang, bang, shoot this. This nigga be happy.
That's the whatchamacallit. But that's the reality of it. We got niggas that's out, young, old, whatever, that's destroyers or whatever. You got all these destroyers. And I'm not saying there's a gang of them, but I'm saying just there's a number of terrorists. Y'all niggas, do you know on the opposite end of the spectrum how fucking great you are?
Right.
How amazing you are?
Right.
And getting together with other amazing motherfuckers, what you can create, what you can build. Like, that's what this is. This is what the podcast is about. It's to show you a little glimpse into two niggas coming together and like, hey.
They came from where you came from. No hope. Things is hopeless. There is no sunshine in sight. Everything is dark. Yet, I can't be beat. I can't be beat. You talking about fighting. You think you tough, right? You think you tough. Let me explain something to you. If a 13-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 10-year-old can pull a trigger and kill somebody, nigga, you ain't doing shit to nobody, nigga. You're just taking life. But can you stand up strong during the hard times? Can you not break down? Can you not waver in the wind? Is you that strong? You don't show weakness, show strength.
Mm-hmm. And strength is in togetherness. Strength is in building with your brother, building with your cousin, building with whomever the fuck.
The three little
we got niggas in this room right now we working with, and every moment that we step forward, we stepping with them. It's not just transactional. It is look at this spirit, look at what we're moving, look at what we're doing, and it even off camera, let's break it down to create the same kind of essence on different levels. Whether that's technology, whether that's clothing, whether that's media, whatever the fuck, we gonna stick and stay together and build together because we know what that platform is.
With us. And let me tell you something. I know we gotta go. Sir. However, I just kind of want to put it all back into perspective to say that, it's unfortunate that you didn't learn anything in the man's first term. And you took everything for granted, right? Mm-hmm. And now you got to face another term unprepared, right? It's unfortunate, you know what I mean? And I don't wish that on nobody. However, the reality of the matter is you did have time to prepare. Mm. You seen it.
What did you do with your time?
Eyes. And yet, you put your trust in people who have demonstrated time after time after time that you can't trust them. if they talking, they lying. Remember that song, Smiling Faces, Smiling Faces tell lies. Yeah. That nigga ain't never lied. Them smiling faces be telling lies. And if you still falling for it, you know what I mean? You ain't thinking outside the box.
Honestly, that's on you. You still pray and hope for a change and shit without no action, then you gonna keep being on your knees praying and hoping.
Praying and hoping instead of taking action.
And from a distance, somebody gonna look like you sucking somebody's dick.
Yikes.
So I'm just saying, stop praying and hoping and get the fuck off your knees and do something.
I was wondering about that. Why do people
you
when they pray? No, I'm curious. Why do they bow their head when they pray? Right? You know what I mean? Have you ever got anywhere with your head down in life?
We talked about that. It is colonialism. Colonialism says obey because the prophet or whoever, what the fuck, the Christ, whatever the fuck, is in front of you, so you bow your head.
But energy don't work that way. If you go receive the energy, that it does transmit energy. But if you go get that energy, you gotta have your body ready to receive it.
Yeah. All right. I want to shout out.
I'm finna throw something at this nigga. I'm falling asleep and shit.
I'm gonna shout out Black on purpose Black business again, because MIB does have a website, MIBdeescalation.com, and we do got merch and shit. So I'm just throwing that out so that everybody knows that whatever we wearing and shit, all of that shit, for the most part, is on that website. So you can be a part of that or whatever. So I'm shouting out that Black business on purpose.
All right, I'm gonna give a Franklin Clinic, the Danye.
Yep, Miss Danye.
Miss Danye, shout out. They gave us some Narcan today. You know what I mean? We could feed our community with that Narcan, and we really respect what they do in that clinic.
Indeed.
So appreciate
MIB
you.
is all about community, and when we reach out, we build these relationships with our community on every capacity so that we can always protect and preserve and help our people that's out there. So remember to like, subscribe, go on our website, GatorMamba.com, and be a part of the movement. Peace out.